So once you have all that done, you should be looking at something that looks exactly like this. And what we're going to go ahead and do is come back to this location back here where there are redstone blocks on top of glowstone. As soon as you locate these redstone blocks, we're going to go ahead and just grab our sticky pistons. Then we're going to go ahead and place a sticky piston here just like so, and then another sticky piston there. Then we want a slime block here, and then another slime block just like so. Next up, we want to go ahead and grab our regular blocks, just place one right here, and then we're going to go ahead and place another one to the outside on that side. Next up, we can actually come around this way and place pistons just like so. Then we can grab our slime blocks again and come up 3 total into the air, and then 2 over to the side, so you should be looking at this kind of funny shape. And you can go ahead and just place another piston just like so, and then you can do the exact same thing with the 3 slime blocks up and then the 2 slime blocks to the side on this side as well with the piston right there. Now, as soon as you have this, we're going to go ahead and grab our regular blocks. We're going to place one here, then we need a glowstone here, another one there, then we need another regular block right here. Then, as soon as you have this, what we're going to go ahead and do is place a redstone block here, then one right there, then we need a regular block right here, and another block of choice right there. So as soon as you have all of this, you should be looking at a shape that looks exactly like this. Next up, we're going to go ahead and grab our sticky pistons, and we're going to locate these 2 redstone blocks that are very close together. We're going to go ahead and just place a sticky piston right in the middle so it extends back. Then we need 1 slime block right here like so, and then we need 2 more out from it. Now underneath the last slime block we placed, we need 1 regular block just like so, and then we need 2 regular blocks here with a redstone block here, and then of course we need that same redstone block on the other side with 2 more regular blocks just like so. Then we can actually go ahead and add in a piston just like this. Then we can add in slime blocks to the top just like so, so 3 in total. Then we want to go ahead and add in 2 redstone blocks that will update this piston when it is of course moved forward. So you should be looking at something that looks exactly like this. Now we can grab our block of choice, and we can put 2 coming out of the middle of that slime block that's right above this extended sticky piston. Then we can put a slime block in front of that. Then we want 2 block of choice underneath that, and then a piston in front of that. So you should be looking at something that looks exactly like this. Now we're going to go ahead and actually come back to this redstone block here, and we're actually going to put a sticky piston coming off of it on both sides. Now once I've done this, I'm going to go ahead and place a slime block on both sides as well. Then I'm going to grab my regular blocks of choice and place 2 of them like so. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and just grab a piston, and I'm going to come and place it right here on both sides, of course. So it should look exactly like this. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and grab my slime blocks, and I'm going to come out and I'm going to place a slime block here, here, and then a redstone block right here. Next up, I'm going to grab my slime blocks again. I'm going to place 1, 2, 3 coming out from that bottom little slime block there. And then, of course, I'm going to go ahead and just place a regular block here and another regular block right there. Next up, I need another regular block, block of choice here, and another block of choice here, and then a piston right here. So as soon as you have all of this, I'm going to go ahead and come back this direction, just in case you missed it, and show you again. You want 2 slime blocks coming out from that extended sticky piston, redstone block right here. Next up, we can grab our slime blocks, and we can place 1, 2, 3 slime blocks like so. Then we want a block of choice, 1 here, another one right there. Then we want a block of choice here, and then we want to actually put 1 right here on the bottom of that slime block. Then we want a piston right in front of that last, this block of choice right here. So now you should be looking at something that looks exactly like this. We're going to go ahead and come out from this piston here with a slime block. So it should look like this. Then we want 1 more slime block, then a regular block of choice out to the side this time, a redstone block like so, and then 2 block of choice coming out from the slime block underneath the redstone block. And of course, just in case you missed it, we're going to go ahead and do that again right here with the slime block coming out, slime block here, regular block out to the side. Then you want a redstone block right there. Then you want 2 more blocks, 1, 2, coming out from that slime block underneath the redstone block. So once you have something that looks exactly like this, what we're going to go ahead and do is grab our sticky pistons, and we're going to drop 1 on the side of each one of these redstone blocks now. Now we're going to go ahead and place a slime block here, and then 1 right there. Then we can actually grab our glowstone, place 1 here, then 1 right there, then our block of choice on top of, you need 1 each on top of the sticky pistons that are extended. Next up, you want to go ahead and just grab a piston, place 1 there, and then on this side, you want to go ahead and place a piston right here, but of course facing forward. Next up, you can actually come out from it with 2 slime blocks, and then another slime block here to prevent, because of course if we were to place a redstone block here, this piston would extend and not be good. So we want a slime block here, and then another redstone block just like so, and then we can actually come around this way and add in a block of choice just like this. Now once we have that, we can actually add a block of choice to the top of that piston so it'll actually get pushed along, and you should be looking at something that looks exactly like this. But of course, if you missed it, one last time, you need a slime block here, and then another one out, and then a third third one just like so, then a redstone block. Then you want to go ahead and just place a regular block of choice on top of that piston, and then a block of choice, of course, on right here to cover up that little hole. So you should be looking at something that looks exactly like this, and of course now you are ready to move forward. Alright, so next up what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to come back this direction and we're going to locate this piston right here. We're going to come off of it with a slime block, then a redstone block, then what we're going to go ahead and do is cover it in regular blocks just like so, then place a piston right here. And of course, if you missed it, we're going to go ahead and double that right here with the slime block coming out, redstone block just like so, and of course 3 blocks to cover the rest of that slime block like so. Next up, you can go ahead and just throw a piston right here, then coming off of each one of these pistons that you see in front of you, you can go ahead and come out with a slime block. You can go ahead and place a redstone block on top of that top slime block, and then come down with a slime block on the bottom of both of those, and then a redstone block toward the bottom of the piston, just like so. Next up, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to grab our block of choice. We're going to place 2 of them right here and then 2 of them right here on top of those slime blocks. Next up, we're going to go ahead and place 1, 2, 3, 4 block of choice on the front of that slime block, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 more right there. Next up, we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 block of choice, just like so. Slime block right here. Then we're going to drop just below the bottom of that slime block and place a piston just right here. Next up, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to drop back this direction. We're going to go ahead and place a block of choice there, and then another one just right there. Then we can go ahead and place another block of choice right here. Then we want to go ahead and grab our pistons and place one here on the side of that slime block, and then one on the other side, of course, just as well. Next up, what we're going to do is grab our slime blocks, and we're going to come out from the piston with the slime block just like so, then outwards, and then forward one. Next up, we can go ahead and grab our block of choice, place one here, and then we want one on the bottom of this slime block. Then we can grab our pistons and place 2 of them just like so. Next up, we can go ahead and grab a redstone block and place it right there. So, of course, if you missed this, we can actually place another block of choice just like so. And of course, if you missed this, we're going to go ahead and mirror that to this side with 1 slime block here, and then 1 over, and then 1 forward. Next up, we want to grab our regular blocks of choice and put 1 here, and then 1 right there. Next up, we need a piston here, and then another piston right there. Then we can grab a redstone block, place it right here, back to our blocks of choice for another block right there. So you should be looking at something that looks exactly like this. Next up, what we're going to go ahead and do is come out of this piston with the slime block and then drop down and place another one below it. Same, of course, for this piston right here. Then, of course, I'm going to go ahead and place a redstone block here and then right there. Then I want to go ahead and place 2 glowstone right here on, of course, both sides. And then as soon as I've done that, I need 2 block of choice, just like so, and then a piston on the front of those glowstone. So you should be looking at something that looks exactly like this. You can go ahead and grab your block of choice, and you can place 2 in just like right here, and then you can place another 2 right here. Next up, what we're going to go ahead and do is grab our slime blocks again, actually no, our regular blocks, and we're going to come off of this piston with a regular block, then a slime block directly in front of it, and then we want 2 more just like so. Then we want a redstone block here, and then we want a block of choice here, there, and then right there, and or not right here, sorry, here and here, and then we want a piston where I just placed that regular block. So it should look exactly like this. Then we're going to go ahead and grab our block of choice again and place 1 here and then right there to cover up those holes. So you should be looking at something that looks exactly like this, and you are ready to move forward. Alright, so now you should be looking at something that looks exactly like this, and moving forward, we're going to go ahead and come out from this piston with a glowstone. Then we want to go ahead and place another glowstone just in front of that. Next up, I can go ahead and place slime blocks down the length of those glowstones just like so. Then I can go ahead and place a redstone block right here. I can grab my pistons, place 1 right there. Then I'm going to go ahead and place a block of choice here, and then there. And then I'm going to go ahead and place a piston underneath and in between those blocks of choice. So you should be looking at something that looks exactly like this. You can go ahead and place a block of choice on top of that redstone block as well. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and come over here and do the exact same thing with the glowstone coming out, and another glowstone just like so. Then I'm going to go ahead and place in a slime block here, and then 3 more across the bottom with the redstone block just like so. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and place in a piston just right here. Then I'm going to go ahead and place a block of choice on the top of the redstone block again, and then 1 here, and then 1 right there with a piston in between them. So you should be looking at something that looks exactly like this. I'll go ahead and pan around really fast. Next up, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and come off of this piston here with a slime block. Same with this side, and then I'm also going to drop back with another slime block here, and then a redstone block just like so. Then I'm going to go ahead and just do the same exact thing right here with another slime block and a redstone block. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and grab my blocks of choice, place one here, and then 3 more across the front, and then 2 just like that. And I'm going to go ahead and just place a piston right in the middle. So I should be looking at something that looks exactly like this. Next up, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm actually going to come back to this piston here. I'm going to grab my slime blocks, come off of it with one, and then on the bottom of it, place another one. Then I want to go ahead and place a redstone block right here, grab my blocks of choice again. I'm going to place 3, just like so, on that bottom slime block. Then I'm going to go ahead and place a piston here. Then I'm going to go ahead and place another block of choice right there on the top. So as soon as I have this, I'm actually going to come over here, do the exact same thing again. Of course, slime block out, 1 down, redstone block here, just like so. Then you want 1, 2, 3 blocks of choice, just like so. Then you want a piston here with 1 more block of choice on top. So you should be looking at something that looks exactly like this. Then of course I'm going to grab my slime blocks again for one last little piece here. You want a slime block out just like this. You want 1 down, 1 to the inside, and then you want 1 back, and then a redstone block on top of that. So you should be looking at something that looks exactly like this when you go ahead and place a piston right here. Now I'm going to go ahead and mirror that with 1 slime block out, 1 down, 1 to the inside, and then 1 back, so I can go ahead and place a redstone block on the top, and then a piston right there. So now, as soon as you have something that looks exactly like this, you're ready to move forward. Alright, now moving forward, what we're going to go ahead and do is locate this piston here. We're going to come out from it with 1 slime block like so, 1 slime block to the inside, and then 1 redstone block like this. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and grab my pistons and place one just like so. Next up, I'm going to go ahead over to this piston and mirror the same thing we just did. 2 slime blocks like so with a redstone block right here. Next up, you want a piston, not right there, right here, facing forward. And we can go ahead and move back to this piston, come out from it with a slime block like so, then you want 1 more slime block here. Then you can go ahead and place a redstone block like so, and then come out from the slime block that you just placed a redstone block on with 2 block of choice like this. Then you want a slime block here, and then you want 2 more block of choice like so. Next up, we're going to go ahead and just mirror that coming out of this piston. We want to go ahead and come outwards with our slime block, and then a redstone block just like so. Next up, right here coming out of this slime block, we want 2 block of choice, slime block, and then 2 more block of choice, so you have this kind of pincher look so far. Next up, what we're going to do is place a block of choice here, and then right there, and then in front of those blocks of choice we want 2 slime blocks. So you should be looking at this overall shape when we go ahead and grab our pistons and place one here, and then you can place one right there. Now next up, we're going to go ahead and come off of these pistons, each one of course with a slime block. Then we're going to drop down and place 1 slime block on the bottom of each one, redstone block of course on that slime block we just placed. So you should be looking at something that looks exactly like this when we go ahead and grab our block of choice. We're going to place one right there, then we want a slime block here, then we want another block of choice just like so with the slime block in front of it. Then we can drop down to the bottom of this slime block and place 1, 2, 3 block of choice coming out from it just like so. Then we come over here and just actually place a block of choice in a slime block, and then 1 more block of choice right there. You should be looking at something that looks exactly like this. And we're ready to move on to this piston back here. Coming off of it, you want 1 slime block out, and then 1 to each side of it, just like so. Then 1, 2, 3 slime blocks coming out of the top. And again, coming out of that piston, that's 3 slime blocks, just like so, and then 3 more coming out of the top of that inside one. Next up, we can go ahead and actually place down a piston here. Then you can grab your redstone blocks and place one right here, and then one right there. Next up, we're going to go ahead and swing back around this way and place a glowstone here, and another one just like so. Then we can actually go ahead and grab our pistons, place one right here below the glowstone on that slime block, and then one right there. You can actually go ahead and grab your white stained glass or whatever glass you chose and place one right here and then one right there. So next up, as soon as you have all this, we're going to go ahead and come out from this piston here with a slime block, just like so. Then we're going to go ahead and drop to the bottom of this slime block and place another one just underneath it. Then we're going to place a redstone block on the back of that slime block we just placed, and then grab our blocks of choice and place 3 on both sides that look just like this. So you should be looking at something that looks exactly like this. And then next up, I'm going to go ahead and place a block of choice here, and then one right directly in front of it. So you should be looking at something that looks exactly like this. Go ahead and pan over it really quick. Then lastly, we're going to go ahead over to this piston, come out from it with a block of choice, grab 3 slime blocks and go ahead and place them in just like so. Then you want a redstone block here with a slime block just like so, block of choice here, and then we're going to go ahead and swoop down to the bottom of these outside slime blocks and add in 1, 2, 3 block of choice just like so. Then you can actually go ahead and pop over this direction, come out from this piston with a block of choice again, 3 slime blocks just like so, grab a redstone block, place it right here, slime block here, then you want to go ahead and plop down a block of choice right there, swoop down to the bottom of these outside slime blocks and place in 3 blocks of choice like so. So of course, once you've done all that, you should be looking at some mean, evil machine looking exactly like this, and you are ready to move forward. Alright, and moving forward, what we're going to do is locate this piston, come out from it with a slime block just like so. Then we want 2 more slime blocks like this. Then we want a piece of glass just right here, and then another slime block just in front of it. So once you have this, you can actually come back this way and throw down a redstone block just right here. Next up, we're going to go ahead and mirror that same exact thing coming out of here with the slime block here. Then 2 more just like so. Then of course we need a glass block of your choice right here with a slime block just in front of it, and a redstone block right here to finish that off. Next up, we're going to go ahead and come over to this piston here. We're going to come out from it with a slime block here, then 1 more to the inside, and of course you're going to go ahead and mirror that to the other side. You can place 2 redstone blocks just like so, then 2 block of choice just like so. Next up, you can place a slime block here, and then here, and then 1 here, and then 1 right there. Next up, you can go ahead and grab your glass again. Coming in this way, you want to go ahead and place 1 here, and then 1 right there. So you should be looking at something that looks exactly like this when we go ahead and grab our sea lanterns. We want 1 right here, and then 1 right here, and of course this could all be glass or any other block that you wish as long as it's movable. And then we also want 1 here, here, and then right there. So you should be looking at something that looks exactly like this. Moving forward, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to come into this piston right here. We're going to come out from it with a slime block just like so. We're going to drop down, place a slime block underneath it, come around this way, place a redstone block right here. Then we're going to come back up to the top here, place a slime block here, and then a redstone block on top of that. So you should be looking at something that looks exactly like this. We're going to grab our regular blocks now, place 1 here, here, and then 1 right here, and then 1 in front of this regular block that we just placed. So you should be looking at something that looks exactly like this when we go ahead and grab our sticky pistons. And we're going to come to this redstone block, and of course this is the way our train will be facing. So we're going to go ahead and place a sticky piston here, here, and 1 right here. So you should have this 3 kind of pattern going on. Next up, you can go ahead and grab your slime blocks, place 1 here, here, and here. And then you want a block of choice on each one of those slime blocks. Next up, you can go ahead and grab your pistons, and you want 1 right here, and then a piston here, and then another piston right here. Then as soon as you've done this, you can actually come over to in front of this piston on top of this extended sticky piston, and you can place 3 slime blocks coming up off of the top of it like so, with a redstone block just like this. Next up, coming off of this piston, coming out of this sticky piston, we're going to go ahead and place a slime block like so, and then just below this slime block, we want another slime block with a redstone block just like so. Next up, we can grab our blocks of choice, place 2 just like so, then another 2 right here, and then 1 right here with the piston just in front of it. Next up, what we're going to go ahead and do from here is from this piston, we're going to come out with a slime block here, slime block just to the side of that one, so it should look like this, with a redstone block right here. Next up, we want 2 slime blocks coming back like so, then we want a glowstone on top of that piston, and then we can go back to our slime blocks and place 2 more like this, with a 3rd one on top. Then we can go back to our glowstone, place 1 here so it's diagonal from that first one we placed. Then you can actually go ahead and place a block of choice just like so, with a piston on this top slime block, so it should look exactly like this. Next up, what we're going to go ahead and do is come out from this piston with a block of choice just like so. Then we want 3 slime blocks so it looks exactly like this, and a redstone block right here. Next up, we can place another slime block right here, grab our regular block of choice and place 3 of them just like so. Now, as soon as you have this, what we're going to go ahead and do is grab our sticky pistons. We're going to come back from this redstone block with 1 sticky piston like so. We're going to place a slime block here, and then 1 on top of it, just like this. Then we're going to drop to the bottom of this slime block and place a piston facing forward, so you should have this overall look. Next up, I'm going to grab my slime blocks and place 1 down here, and then another one to make 2 slime blocks facing down straight out of this sticky piston. Then I want a redstone block right here. Now, as soon as I have this, I can actually go ahead and grab my block of choice and come forward off of this top slime block. 1, 2, 3 blocks of choice, and then 2 more just like this. Now, as soon as I have this overall look, I'm going to go ahead and come to this redstone block, place a sticky piston coming back from it just like so. Then I want a slime block here, and then 2 more on top of it, so I have this overall shape. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and grab my blocks of choice and place 1 here, here, and then 1 to the side, and then I'm going to drop down and place 1 in that little alcove like so. So you should be looking at something that looks exactly like this when you go ahead and grab a piston and place it right here. Now, as soon as you place this piston right here, I'm going to go ahead and look at the side of this extended sticky piston, place a slime block here, and then 1 on the top of that slime block, and then 1 on the bottom of it as well. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and just place a redstone block here, and then grab my my blocks of choice and place 3 of them in just like so. Then I want to go ahead and place 1, 2, and then 3 on this one just like so. So you should be looking at something that looks exactly like this, and I'll go ahead and pan around it really fast. And of course, as soon as you have this, you'll also need 1 block here, and then you'll also need a glowstone right here. Now, as soon as you have all of this mirrored coming out of this piston and these this redstone block and everything, you should be ready to go. I'll go ahead and mirror that up for you right now. And for the last step of the build, what we're going to go ahead and do is just add in some extra blocks really fast. First step, what we're going to go ahead and do is just add in a block here. And then, of course, we're going to go ahead and just mirror that to the other side, one right there. So you should be looking at something that looks exactly like this. Next up, we're going to go ahead and actually come back in this direction. And right here, we're going to place a block of choice here, and then one right there. Then as soon as we have this, we're actually going to drop back down to this area, on this back tire here. And we want a piston coming off of this slime block like so. And then we want to go ahead and come off of it 1 block away with a half slab like this. Then we want a redstone block on top of that half slab, and then 2 slime blocks just like this. Next up, we're going to go ahead and place 2 half slabs on top of each other so they form a full block. Next up, I'm going to come out from that 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and then 6 total blocks. And then I'm going to go ahead and place a piston on the end of that 6th block, and then come out from this piston with 2 slime blocks that look exactly like this, and a redstone block just like that. And of course, if you missed it, on the other side, what I'm going to go ahead and do is mirror it for you with a piston right underneath that glowstone, just like so. Then of course you want to come out from it with a half slab of choice, and then of course a redstone block on top of that, and then 2 slime blocks just like so. Next up, you want to place 2 half slabs together, or just place a full block down. Then you want to go ahead and come off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 half slabs with a piston right in front, and then coming off of that piston, 1 block will be a slime block, then another one next to it, and another redstone block just like so. And now, as soon as you have done all of this, you are looking at your fully completed Nightmare Express. But that's going to do it for my 300 subscriber special, everyone. I really hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you so much again for watching and all of your support along the way. I'm so happy you enjoyed the videos. It's awesome to have you, and I can't wait to show you all the new builds I have in store. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for all those really fun subscriber specials. Read the description, of course, for more info. If you're just watching for the first time, please stick around and check out some of the other amazing videos I have on my channel. I assure you, you won't be disappointed. But until the next video, you guys, later late.